what is green stuff, how to use it, where to use it, and where to buy it. This is the ultimate guide for beginners to green stuff. Hi, I'm Micha and welcome to the channel. I'm gonna take this statue of David and actually use green stuff to dress him as Link from Zelda. Green stuff's main purpose is to fill holes and mold lines in models. It is also used for sculpting to customize your models or toys. It can also be used as a standalone putty to create your own minis or other small creations. The first step is to determine the amount you will need for the project and then mix the yellow and blue part of the epoxy together. Be sure to mix it thoroughly until you get a consistent green colored mix. If you're using epoxy that is joined together like this, then consider cutting out the middle part. It has already hardened and it will be hard to work with. This is 2-pot epoxy putty and it will harden because of chemical reaction and not as a result of air drying or baking. That means you will only have a limited working time between 90 minutes and 2 hours. After that, the putty will need an additional 4 to 5 hours to harden fully. I usually just leave it through the night. After you mix it together, you will want to use a variety of different tools that will help you shape it just like with any other putty. Your best friend will be these soft brushes. I personally can't recommend it enough. I also use a lot of these wax tools like these. And yes, they kinda look like I borrowed them from a dentist. The mixture will be very sticky and you can use water, soap or oil to cover your fingers and tools. You might want to prepare that beforehand. I always use gloves while mixing it because this stuff will stick to your fingers like crazy. I also recommend using the glove so you don't leave any fingerprints texture. Before applying the green stuff, I flatten it between folded sheets of baking paper. To achieve the desired thickness, I use the rolling pin. If you're working on a larger piece like this, try to work in sections, because remember, you have a limited working time. If you have a lot of different details of different height, you should work in layers. Here, my first step was to make a shirt. Only later did I add details on top of it. If I would try making it in one sitting, I would mess up the shirt trying to attach new layers. These strands are more yellowish, and this is because I mixed the green stuff in milliput. This is one of the most important pieces of information I wish I would have known when I first started using green stuff. Mixing it 1-to-1 will give you a new putty that feels much more like traditional clay, and I find it really good for detail work. This mixture will also hold more shape and is great for making cloths and capes. You will see me using it on a robe and shield. You will also need this mix if you want to make non-organic designs like swords and shields, and that's because you can sand it and get it real smooth. The last big brain advice has to do with aluminum wire. It can help you hold shape when the putty is still curing. The second great use is for reattaching things. Sometimes a piece of sculpt can just fall off, or you break it, or you just like to work in sections. Then you will want to drill a hole so you can insert the wire in both parts to create a stronger joint. If you have learned anything, please like and consider subscribing. And please leave a comment because I haven't gotten any comments in months and I am starving for them. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. This is it. David as Link. I really like it. I don't know. I'm impressed with myself. I hope you like it too, and I'll see you in the next video.